everybody, Dana Stover here with the Magic of Somatic Money, and I am here to visit with you about an insider HSP businesswoman share about higher sensitivity levels and how we're dealing with them with our businesses, with our money, and the workplace. So let me set the stage for you a little bit here. And I have an interesting perspective on this. We're going to take a long view first and then zero in on the short-term view of what's going on right now. So the long view is that I've got a very interesting perspective on higher sensitivity level because I've got like an experiential snapshot of what things were like before and what they are like now. So I did my own quiet quitting starting middle of the summer 2019. Like I saw the writing on the wall with my own business and with my marriage, and I realized, wow, there is no way I can sustain the patterning of what I'm doing in these relationships for the long term. But I love Somatic Money. I know it's really important. I know I need to make a shift for myself to make the business better, but I had no idea how to do that. And I came back from a very intense high-end show out of Idaho. Came back from that middle of the summer and flew in late one night and got home, and the next morning woke up and just pretty much planted myself out in the yard and said to Spirit Team, I basically said, there's got to be a better way. And whenever I say there's got to be a better way and I stop doing what I'm doing, it doesn't happen overnight, but spirit world and universe begins to work with me to help me find what that better way is. And I've been working on that now for 5 years. So this is a very long transit. So from that point forward, I stopped trying so hard, and spirit world walked me through the very slow unwind of my business that took about 3 years, and also during that time, the unwind of my marriage and a divorce and selling a home and moving across the country. And all told, I went through a period of time where I pretty much did not do hardly any coaching work at all for about 18 months. 18 months, maybe even almost 2 years. Continue to do marketing, learning about podcasting and video, and continuing to do work behind the scenes and work on myself. But I stepped out of the psychic reading pool several years ago. So I pulled myself out of the deep end of the pool. Well, now I am coming back into the deep end of the pool. So I remember what it was like when I was doing those readings and that energy work a couple of years ago. And now I'm back, and now I am stepping into the deep end of the pool again, doing client sessions and consultations and visits. And let me tell you, folks, and I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but the snapshot before just 2 years ago and the snapshot now, we literally have done a springboard from we were vibing pretty good a couple years ago, but now it's just like quantum leaps. And now that I'm back in the pool, the sensitivity levels without even trying are off the charts. What I can pick up and read on is just, it's intense and it's fast and it's filled and it's so much more experiential. And to give you an example, just last week, I was doing a consultation. I was not in energy space. I did not set space. I did not really call in my spirit team. I just was there doing a visit with someone. And the next thing I knew, we were in the middle of that visit. We tapped into something and the energy blew wide open. All of a sudden, I could see landscapes I'd never seen before. And experiential energy, the waves of it rushed through me, flowed through me. It was like waves of it, experiential, very overwhelming, very visceral. Yes, I was in my own body. Yes, I was in my own energy field. And these other energies were coming through in a way and impacting me in a way I'd never, ever experienced before. And folks, I've been on this path a long time. My psychic awakening was 9/11, 2001. So we're talking over 20 years of path. and over 17, 18 years of work in the field, 12 or 13 in Somatic Money. Like, I'm a veteran. I know what this is like. I know what it takes. I know what the boots on the ground work is. And now that I'm coming back into the field again to do this work, it is a whole other ballgame, people. And that happened in 2 years. So I can't even imagine where we're going to be at in another year, another 2 years, because what's going on is that we are jumping through these timelines. We're doing timeline shifts. Earth, she is shifting. Those Schumann resonances are off the charts. The solar flares, the sun activity is crazy. We are literally vibrating at these higher and higher and higher and intense, more saturated energy levels. So I wanted to share that part, the playing field part, the landscape, just to give you that snapshot of, when I stopped doing the work several years ago, the waves were happening, but it was a lot more stable. And now we don't have it energetically. We're not on a stable playing field. We are in wave form. So now what that means is that from energetically, from a living perspective, from a tuning in, from a picking up on things, we are literally living through wave form instead of looking for solid landing. So if you are looking for that place of like, I'm just looking for a solid place to land, I don't think we're doing that anymore. We are doing cycles and we're doing waves at much more intense and higher vibratory levels. So that's my snapshot. That's my before snapshot and my after snapshot. So what does that mean for us then as our workplace, our business place, our money space? Because our businesses have been so grounded in this toxic patriarchal structure that really hasn't allowed for EQ intelligence and vulnerability and energetics or intuitive or the woo. And now that part, it's impacting us. And I think in some places it is taking over. And so we can't afford to have the blinders on. So this is like my insider share PSA of, yes, sensitivity levels in the workplace, in your business with money, they are real, which means that vulnerability in the business place with your money, with working with other people, it is also real, which means that taking care of ourselves and giving some cushion room and giving other people some grace, that's really, really important. So making sure that you are aware of your own space, your own energetics, your own wherewithal, where you're at with things, and your presence practice, very, very, very important. You really need to begin from that space. Then having a situational awareness of the environment that you're in and the environment and how it's affecting other people. And if you're interacting with other people and you are noticing they're having higher sensitivity levels and their responses aren't exactly grounded, that's the place to begin to, give more buffer room, give more understanding, give more grace, have good boundaries and communication. Because we have left a playing field, we've left a playing field that we thought we knew for so long, and that playing field is no longer there anymore energetically. And we're in this whole new playground, and we're going to need to be a lot more aware and make better adjustments for who we are and what we're doing in that space, especially with money, business, and the workspace. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what your experiences are, what you're going through, how this helps or doesn't help or bounces off of you. Please leave that in the comment section or DM me, and I will see you in the next video.